Hi guys, we're going to be talking about the command wait. Wait is another positional command, which means to the dog to hesitate and fall behind in a single file line. So this is used in aisle settings. So when you're out in public with the dog, you automatically become 2 times wider. So when you come up to an aisle or a tight space, say, a bus or a train or going into church or an auditorium, that kind of thing. The space is too tight for you to fit with the dog by your side. This command is going to be used to teach the dog to hesitate and then fall behind in single file line in order to go through the aisle that way. Don't want the dog out in front of you. It's kind of a breech and loose leash walking. Shouldn't be out in front, but you can by all means teach the dog to follow you in a single file line. So in order to do that, you're going to have to set up an aisle situation in your home. I'm going to use the side of my kitchen table here. Ideally, you want it to be one long stretch. I don't really have that available to me, so we're going to approach it the best we can, but you pretty much want to approach it head on. Hopefully you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about here, but the way you teach this is obviously a level 1 command. You've got a food lure to start, you've got backwards leash pressure, and obviously the verbal command wait. When you approach the aisle, get the treat out beforehand, and then once you approach the opening of it, you're going to tell the dog wait. You pressure behind, treat the dog almost behind you, and then kind of make sure that he's following single file. And this will be a lot easier when I actually demonstrate it. So, all right, so let's do that. Vegas, let's go. Okay, so if you want to come over this way, because you gotta kind of see what's going on here. Okay, Vegas, let's go. So I'm going to approach the aisle, wait, treat him back here, and then good boy. Nice job, buddy, when he's single file line. Good boy, nice job. Vegas, let's go. All right, I'll do that again for you, but you're treating for the hesitation, and the hesitation comes from physically pulling the dog back. All right, so let's do that one more time. Vegas, let's go. Wait. Good boy. All right, nice job, buddy. Nice job. So it's really important that you give him verbal feedback, verbal praise when the dog is following single file line. Up until this point in training, you've been teaching the dog that the right place to be is directly right next to you. So sometimes what you'll see is a dog try to force its way through in order to be next to you, because that's what they've learned so far. So it's equally as important to be able to verbally praise the dog while they're actively behind you to let them know that they're doing the right thing. Because otherwise you can see that kind of forceful movement to come up next to your side. So down the line, you could use this in doorways, but that's not going to come until you've completed teaching wait in its 3 levels. So I want you to think about always setting this up in an aisle, and then once you go through level 1, level 2, and level 3 in an aisle, then you can start to use it in doorways, in a doorway type of situation. So if you're a person in a wheelchair and you go through a doorway, you can't go through the doorway with the dog at your side. You're going to have to tell the dog to wait and follow behind the wheelchair. So I do want you to practice that in a certain capacity, but not until you've done an abundance of aisle work with this command.